Yo, what's poppin', everybody? This is J Legend from the JLEGEND EFFECT. Thank you for tuning in. This is part 2 of the whole conversation we had entitled Sexually Closed-Minded. This is the second part. It was a long interview, or really a conversation, so I broke it down into 2. You can go back and check that out, the first part. If not, what we'll do is we'll start this second part a little further back so you can get a feel for what we're talking about in here. Again, the topic is being sexually closed-minded. I want to thank everybody who came out and support our live event. I can't thank you enough. If you're listening on iTunes and SoundCloud, I need you guys to subscribe and rate us, as well as share. But I also want to let you know that some of this video is available, and not just this episode. This episode will be a slideshow, but there's other footage up there of our other episodes. Also on YouTube is skits and other footage that we have. I want you to check all platforms out to see, there's different things on different platforms. So again, subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. And enjoy the rest of this interview. We're going to go straight into it. Just remember, this is part 2 of this conversation, sexually closed-minded. Enjoy.
Yeah, but to me, it has to be limits, though, Jay.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying
that there's no. I'm not saying that there's no limit to something. What I'm saying is, for you to hear it, it's different.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be closed-minded to a woman wants to say, well, what happens if I want to do this to you? I'm not gonna sit there and be like, nah. I want to hear you out, and I'm gonna tell you. Nah, I'm not with it. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean that doesn't necessarily mean I'm closed-minded. I'm just not with it. Just the same thing with a woman. If I say, what happens if I want this? Nah, okay. Well, at least you heard me out.
Yeah.
You understand? But people, when it comes to sex, like if you talk to a woman, you be like, yo, listen, man, I believe, when you spoke, I believe that every woman out here, when it comes to fantasy, they rather it with another woman than another guy. Like when it comes to a threesome, they rather it with another woman than it being another guy.
I've had a lot of women tell me that though.
That's what. So my thing is, if I sit there and I approach you about the shit, a woman don't be looking at me like I'm bugging. You understand? Like I'm open-minded to shit. Like this is things I want. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about. I don't mean personally your woman, but let's just talk about your woman. Like if a chick, you was in a relationship with a chick, and y'all did the threesome thing with another chick. Or how about I say? Or I'm just gonna say I'll make a statement and then we'll work off that. I couldn't do it with my woman. I couldn't have a threesome with my woman, and the reason why is for 2 things. Number one, for example, I'm not really into eating. If I'm not really into eating chicks' pussies or ass or like that, if it ain't my woman. And what I mean by that is this: there are dudes who step out their relationship. There are women who step out their relationship. Now it might sound crazy, but I feel like even if you step out of your relationship, there should be a boundary. For example, if I was to ever step out of my relationship, I'm not really into, not saying that wouldn't happen, but I'm not into eating another chick's pussy or ass knowing that I got a woman at home. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's something I should only be doing with her.
Okay.
Again, not to say it wouldn't happen, it's just highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, and just like another thing, I think that if a dude ever found out his chick cheating on him, I think a dude would want to know if she gave the other dude head. In the back of his mind, he'd want to know, because to me, certain shit is for a relationship. I'm not saying I'm right. That's just the way I view it. So, for me, it will be hard for me to have a threesome with my woman, because it's like, yo, I wouldn't want you putting your mouth on another chick. And I don't know that I'm comfortable with another chick putting her mouth on you, right?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that has to happen.
I agree, but you have to be willing for that to happen. Because then what are you doing? If you, we just did an episode with AJ Dunk, and we had Meg on the show, and Meg was good enough, to give her input into the situation. And where I say this, just because you don't, in a threesome, just because you don't do something, to me, it don't mean you shouldn't go in there with how you said an open mind. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't go into a threesome with 2 chicks and think at some point I ain't gonna eat pussy. Even if it don't happen, I have to be willing to do that. because it's part of things that happen in the threesome, one way or another.
I mean, doesn't this so? So with that being said, so if you having sex with your woman,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be turned on the fact that there's another woman right there just watching?
I'm cool with that.
That's what I'm saying.
First of all, I'm not cool with a threesome with my woman.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you having sex with your woman and you're saying, well, I don't want my woman doing anything with the woman and the woman doing anything with my lady, you wouldn't be turned on with the fact that you having sex with your woman and there's a woman, or just in general.
Yeah.
But the fact that a woman just sitting there just watching it.
No, I see. Yes, but the whole point overall is I couldn't do that with my woman. I couldn't have a threesome with my woman because those sort of things that go on in a threesome is meant to be enjoyed. I couldn't do that with my woman. I just couldn't do it. And then, for me, ultimately, it would be that trust factor.
What trust? That's enough trust for you already, right there. Because
Yeah,
if you have it
it's
with
not.
your woman, there's enough trust right
But
there.
for me, it's not, because I look at it like, now I ain't never gotta be concerned with you just cheating with a dude. Now there's always that possibility with the chick. And most people who I know have threesomes. I know quite a few people close to me who had a female who said, Joe, we could do it, but I gotta be able to pick the chick.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is that these niggas end up on the side, the third party involved, they end up knocking her down on the side anyway. Thinking it's okay because they had the threesomes already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the woman's like, yo, now all bets are off. Now you can't get no threesomes because you went and you did that, right?
Yeah.
Now for me, it's always having that in the back of my mind. How the fuck I know you ain't doing that shit? So for me, it's too much gray area. There's too much chances for, and I'm not with it. So for me, I don't want to share my woman with any fucking body. Like, I don't care how bad the bitch is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that shit because for me, I'm thinking, what was the point of me being in a relationship? That's the way I view it. Like, if I'm gonna be in this relationship, I'm not trying to share you with nobody. I ain't trying to have no chick in this bed. And for all I know, this bitch turn you out. Like, it's too many possibilities there. I couldn't do that. And in that same episode with AJ and with Megan, when we talked about it, I openly said, like, yo, one time I had an interaction like that with two chicks. These chicks kissed each other, but they ain't do nothing else. They ain't eat each other pussy. They ain't play with each other pussy. So technically, when I think about it, I feel like I really didn't have a threesome. None of these chicks was my girl. So I was open with whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, it can go down however y'all want it to go down. I don't think I could be in a relationship where that type of shit happens.
I mean, I don't. You see, when it comes to relationships, it's just, if you have that certain type of relationship, I just believe the bond becomes stronger. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, if you're willing to do this with your spouse, I just don't see how trust becomes an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I have conversations with my lady about this situation, and it's just like, if I was to ask for open relationship, or you was to ask your lady for open, you know how hard, like, you know how good the trust has to be for you to have that open relationship? You know what I mean? Like, this is things I think about when I'm asking my ladies questions. Like, you got to think about things like that. Like, for you to ask somebody, yo, let's have an open relationship, your trust got to be that strong for that person to say, all right, we can do it.
Or would you be okay if it was the other way?
Yeah, I will have to be. I will have to be.
If she said she want to bring a dude in the bedroom?
Oh, no, not the dude in the bedroom. No.
Right.
No. Because
that's what I'm saying.
No, but
like,
this is because the reason I say that is because I feel women don't want that. That's just what I believe.
yeah, but what do you do when she turned around and gave you what it was you wanted, and she said, "Well, wow, we've been exploring."
But I don't think a woman will want that. That's just my. I think when it comes,
how many
listen,
women you know have been tricked before.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not
like
saying that that's not the case. But I just believe that women now, I don't believe they want that. Like, most of the time, obviously, you see that in porn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that nobody didn't experience it,
Yeah,
but majority of times that's always important. I don't believe that women want two men. I don't believe that. And it is not, again.
I don't think it's at the top of the list, but I think
I just
if
don't
you
believe
start
that.
exploring around them areas, it's hard for me to believe that at some point she don't, whether she voices it or not, that she don't really want to try that. Because if she's been giving you what you wanted, and y'all going along the lines of experimenting.
Even if we was experimenting, I just personally believe that they don't want to experiment two men. That's just my personal. I don't think they want that.
But
because
I would tell
think
her no if that's what she wanted. So if y'all do the threesome with the chicks, boom. Now y'all start exploring with maybe even bringing a fourth person, male or female, either way. As it evolves, right? Because what is that sort of thing in sex? It's about the thrill. It's about it being something different.
Yes,
So at some point, you just can't shrug off that she might just want to know, like, how would this be like? So it's like if she gave you the things that you wanted to explore and all that, and she came out of nowhere and said, "Yo, you know what? For the last 2-3 years, we've done things your way. You know, hey, I want to try this."
But that's not something I wanted. I believe that when women, if you ask a woman,
no, I understand that, and I agree with you with that.
But this is not what I. But this is not something. Even if that's something that the woman's fantasizing about, that's not necessarily something I'm fantasizing about. But if I ask a woman, if you ask women, what would they want? I think they will want women two. They will want two women than two men. If you ask a man that, he's not gonna be like, there's men out there that obviously this happened. There's men out there that they will want to see their woman get their ass bust. There's men out there like that. They get a thrill watching their woman get their ass bust. But I just personally believe that if a woman comes up to me, my lady comes up to me like, "Yo, listen, I want to experiment this." No, that's not what I want.
Hold on, so
that's not what I want.
So you saying that it gotta be with what you want?
No, because if I ask her, if I say, "Yo, listen, if you want to experiment this." Again, this is what I believe. I believe that if I ask any random woman out in the streets, "Yo, the threesome, what would you want?" I believe that they're gonna say they'd rather with a woman than a guy.
I agree.
So that's what I'm saying.
You gotta take that out.
Even if that random woman says, "Well, listen, what would you want?" I'm gonna say I'd rather with a woman. I don't want it with a guy. Even if she says,
no, but that ain't the question. The question is, y'all done that.
Okay, so
and now she's looking at you and telling you, "Yo, I did what you wanted."
But she's not experimenting. She's on now. You're only telling me based on what I wanted. So now you're only saying, well, the woman wants two guys because she gave you what you wanted. But that's not the case. She's not. She doesn't want that.
Jay,
but that's not what she wants.
Hold on. I'm telling you hypothetically. You can't say what she wants when it's a hypothetical question.
But I know that's not what a woman wants.
Hold on.
I want one anyway.
There's women out there who want that.
I believe they're wrong.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Hypothetical. We're not talking about what a woman. We're not talking about your research. We're not talking about that. Let's say if your chick came out and say, "Hey, I explored all these things with you because you was interested in that. I did that. Now I'm requesting that we do things a little bit different and we involve another dude. Not on no gay shit. Not on no gay shit.
Yeah.
But she's saying, "Yo, I want you and I want another dude." Are you really gonna sit here and tell her no?
I'm gonna say no.
You fucking selfish. You're selfish.
You call her what you want.
You Kobe Bryant right now, my nigga. You're selfish. You gonna put up 80 shots because you want to and say fuck the rest of the team. So you gonna go 15 for 80 because that's what you want to do.
You could call, like I said, you could call me selfish. I just don't think that's selfish because that's not something I want to do.
It's selfish. That's not what you want.
It's not. Listen,
but hypothetically, if she wants to do it,
that's not something. Like if I was to ask her, would you want a threesome with another woman? If she says no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what you want to do. But again, that I believe that when you ask a woman, What threesome would they want?
Hold
They're
on.
gonna want it with
It's
another woman.
understandable, but I'm
So,
saying
but
if she
no,
gave
you're
you what
basic-
you want,
no,
it's hypothetical.
But you're, no,
if she
even
gave
if
you
it
what
is,
you wanted, how do you in turn tell her?
but even if it is hypothetical, you're asking me a question based on because she gave you everything you wanted.
Yeah.
Now she asks you that. Now you gotta give it because she gave it to you. But that's not the case because every woman doesn't want another man. They want another woman. You understand? Like,
No, 'cause
if
you
you
can't
if
make
you was to
your
ask,
research
no,
into
no.
eye
So if you was to,
question.
okay, so if you was to ask a woman, you go, listen, man, can I get a threesome? And then the woman goes, well, if I give you this threesome, I want a threesome in return.
Yeah.
That's different. But if you asking
and
women,
women do it.
no, I wouldn't do it because that's not something I want.
Hold
That's
on.
not selfish.
So
It's not
now-
something I
hold on.
want.
So now,
Even if it wasn't my woman, like it's not something that I
disagree
don't
with
know.
that. Now I'm gonna say right now, if that ain't my woman and it's just a chick I'm fucking, and let's just say she like one of my homeboys or some
That's
shit,
on her though.
alright, cool. No, hey, I ain't gonna lie. If you want me to hit it while you give my homeboy head, I'm with that. Go ahead. Cause ain't no gay shit going on. You
No,
on
I'm
your
not
side,
saying.
on
I'm
my
not
side.
saying there's
I
no
don't
gay
give a
shit. What
fuck.
I'm saying is that's not some. That's up to her. It's not like me and you. Regardless of we've known each other for so long. We ain't sitting there going, well, Jay, man, listen, let's go get this fucking broad. We ain't. it's when you're talking to the broad and the broad asks, and the broad says, well, listen, you can bring your homeboy in.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But that's not something you're fantasizing. It's
No,
not like,
no,
it's
no,
like
no,
you're
no,
sitting
no,
in the
no.
fucking house. Yo, I hope me and Jay get this threesome.
No.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about women. Like, women don't think about those things. So for when you asking me this question, it's even though it's hypothetical, you're asking me a question based on what she gave me. It's not like the chick is going, even if I don't ask her for the threesome with another woman, if the chick asks me, she's not going to ask me, yo, I want this threesome with another nigga. Most of the time, it's going to be with another woman.
But let me
That's
ask
what I'm
you though,
saying.
If she came to you and asked you, yo, I want to do something different, I want to bring a dude in the room, and you said no, would you continue to trust her the same way, or would you, after that, start thinking about, yo, maybe I gotta watch, you know what I mean? If she
I'm
want
still,
that
I
dude-
mean, even prior to that, I'm still trust her because I gave her that lane to just tell me whatever it is that. Listen, even when I speak to my lady, I'm like, if you step out of bounds, just let me know. Don't just do it because you gotta understand it's not necessarily about what you're doing. It's necessarily about what you're doing to the other person, and we all understand that. So my thing is, you're not just gonna sit there and act like it ain't no AIDS out here. It's not no STDs. You just not gonna act like that don't exist. So my thing is, when you step out of bounds, these are the things you gotta think about. Because now when you step out of bounds and you come back home,
And it's a
you know
lot
what
of
I mean?
y'all dudes out there doing that type of shit, man.
Yeah, so that's
out there, went around bareback and everything, then coming home, giving your chick something, and then when she confronts you, you want to flip on her.
Yeah.
Niggas want to flip on her.
crazy.
Like, what you got? Where'd you get it from? Because you ain't get it from me.
Yeah.
Lying ass nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I've given my lady a lane and just tell me whatever that's on her mind. Like if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't stop you. Can't do nothing like that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I can't. Because again, once you out that door, it's not like I can stop you anyway. Me and you can have this conversation in this if me and you having a conversation, yo Jay, don't go out there and shoot him. Don't do anything. Yo Jay, I don't want to worry about this or that. But once you step out these doors, what can I possibly? You're not with no. What can I possibly do? We had the conversation. I'm just hoping that you listen to what I was saying and you go about your business. Just like your lady, like. You can have this conversation, but what is there to know that if she goes away to Miami, she goes away, you cannot stop that woman.
That's why,
From nothing.
and you know, we've had this conversation. That's why I don't question my woman like that. I don't do that type of shit. When she decides she want to go out and drinking and driving shit, I ain't with. I don't give a fuck what the situation called for. I ain't with that. And wherever you tell me you gonna be at, that's what I expect you to have been doing. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I can't do that shit like a lot of these niggas, man. The niggas with the constant phone calls and the nigga need a checklist before he let his bitch out and all that. Nah, cause listen, if that's what she really want to do, she gonna do it one way or another.
She going exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She's
But
gonna
me
do it.
personally, I couldn't do the threesome thing because in the back of my mind, I always be thinking what may or may not be going on when I ain't around. So that's why that type of shit I can't do. And for me, I just feel like, and that to go for anybody listening, I think you should consider this is, it's not okay to be cheating and shit like that. I'm just saying in general. Certain shit gotta be for your house. Certain shit gotta be for your woman, man. You can't be running around just eating every pussy and eating all kind of ass for whatever bitch give you some pussy, because that shit ain't cool. Especially not to be bringing home no shit to your woman who's just waiting for you to come home every day and you sitting here giving this bitch all kind of STDs and shit.
Yeah.
Or have some other stank ass bitch who gave you pussy once or twice getting all in your woman's face, man. I mean, like, it gotta be boundaries to everything, man. There's certain shit, like I say, I again, if y'all listen to that AJ Dunk and the Megan episode, we discussed it, man. I'm not even into all that kissing with bitches. I ain't with all that shit, man. I'm scorned. And I say in that episode why. And there's another episode with me and AJ where we discussing, and I'm saying why I feel the way I feel. So y'all gotta tune into that and go back into that. But we're gonna thank the brother Jay for coming through today and letting us figure out what practice is like for him.
Word up. Shout out to that female.
Salute to her, and I hope she's doing well in her oral endeavors. And everybody just remember the 3 things we say at the end of every episode. You just gotta remember, for the wolf pack being the family, the wolf pack being your inner circle, your children and such. So make sure, man, as a man, it's your job to provide, protect, and educate, man. So maybe you should take a piece of this conversation we having and maybe educate someone in your wolf pack, man. So again, salute y'all, man. We'll see you on the next episode.